Well, I'm at the brand new BMW dealership in South Austin. This is what it looks like. It's actually amazing. It has a 2-story indoor showroom and it has a Zen garden. It's quite incredible. But something else that's incredible right here, BMW 440i. For those of you who are Audi A5 Sportback fans, check this thing out. Because it's a 440, it doesn't have a 4-cylinder. It actually has an inline 6. GranCoupe, whatever you want to call this thing. The party trick here is, you would think it has a normal trunk, but in fact, it's almost like that A5 Sportback that you saw on my channel earlier. Of course, we have a huge trunk here. We have space for our first aid kit. There is more space below. It has run flat tires and obviously a power trunk lid. Now, what I'm more interested about in this car is the fact that it's not all-wheel drive, it's rear-wheel drive. And this one actually is a base 440i. So there is a 430i with a 4-cylinder. This 440 has navigation, it has a Harman Kardon stereo, it has leather, it has everything. So let's check out the inside. You actually don't even need to use the key, you just hold the door. And there we go. We have this amazing red interior. And there is a back seat. You could call this a back seat. They also fold down, so you have a ton of cargo space here in case you go to Costco, if you're that kind of person. And there is a sunroof. And all of this basically comes as it is on the 440. Now, this is a great looking car and it's a great sounding car because it has that inline 6. And because it's rear wheel drive, it's a lot of fun. Let's get inside. In here with me is Jay from BMW South Austin. Hey Jay, how you doing?
Doing good, man.
Cool.
Get on in this thing.
Yeah, let me get the AC on.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, let's close this door. Foot on the brake and fire this puppy up. Nice. So you want to tell me a little bit about this, like horsepower rating? Not important, is it?
Not important anymore.
That's right. What is important is the fact that this thing scoots. It has a dual clutch automatic transmission, still has your trusty manual handbrake, not the electronic one you'd see in the Audi. Let me turn the fan down so you can actually hear me. We'll keep the AC on though. We have dual zone, so Jay can have his temperature and I can have my temperature.
Yep.
We don't have to fight. And well, everything you see here basically comes with the car. Well, before we actually tell you how much this costs, take a guess. No, you're wrong. So it starts off at 51, and then the Dakota leather, it's called Coral Red, which I highly recommend. Then we have the convenience package and destination. We have a few other things, black grille trim, little very small options, $54,695. And as far as highway mileage, that's pretty comparable with the Audi A5 Sportback. So if you're looking for something like an A5, but you want the performance of an S5, but you don't want to pay for all of that, but you still want a Sportback 4-door coupe, here's your answer. I highly recommend the 440. And Jay, if you can just help me here, put on, I'll put on my seatbelt, you hold my camera.
Very cool.
And we'll go ahead and put the Midroni in the back seat. We're gonna take this thing for a spin. So we all have our seatbelts on, we're ready to roll. Now this is still the twin scroll 6-cylinder inline?
That is correct.
Okay. We're stuck here in Austin today. Traffic is kind of light, surprisingly. People trying to sneak out. Let's go ahead and shoot this way. If you want to hold it right there, you can use the armrest to stabilize. Yep. Yeah. So the BMW has, you know, as you'd expect, the same kind of German handling, the German feel if you want to go through corners. And on the highway though, that's where this thing shines over the Audi, because the ride, well, I'll be even more specific. It's not even the ride, it starts with the seats. BMW has the most comfortable seats in the business. I've always said that, You've never heard me compliment Audi on their seats. Their seats are okay, but they're not this good. And so when you combine these seats with this sporty athletic feel, and then the fact that this suspension is doing a lot of the work here, it's got like this extra layer of butter over the road compared to what the Audis do. The Audis are smooth, but the BMWs have a little extra special sauce. And it's hard to explain, and I'm not doing a very good job at it, and that's because it doesn't matter. You either like it or you don't. You tell me what you think. Leave a comment below. For now, we're going to take this corner if you don't mind holding that.
Did I just...
Yeah. Oh, you pushed a button. It's okay.
Okay.
Just try not to puke.
I'm good.
So, didn't exactly make that right turn at 40, but it was pretty damn close. Of course, we have blind spot monitoring, and this does, Jay, this does have emergency braking protection, right?
It does.
It does. Awesome.
Pre-collision warning.
That's what it's called. Okay. I usually give it a generic name.
Everybody knew what you meant, man.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you'd be surprised. Like I'll be at some auto shows, and I'll be talking to some reps with specific manufacturers, and I'll be like, "Does it have semi-autonomous driving?" And they're like, "Well, we call it Pro Pilot Assist." I'm like, "Yeah.
Everybody's different.
Yeah, but
Same
it does
functions basically.
It does the same thing. What you have here is a steering wheel with all the functions on here for cruise control, and then you have your audio controls, and then of course we have our analog gauges. We do have a small digital display below. Unlike the Audis you can get the full digital display, but some people like it, and believe it or not a lot of people like digital displays. I've had one in my Audi A3, and it was okay. After a while, it felt like I wish I had more customization, right? So at least I don't have to feel like I'm missing out when I have analog gauges. I know I just have a car that just drives like it has some spirit. So we're gonna go ahead and make this left turn. We're gonna get on this freeway. Oh, the traction control light finally, it was blinking for quite a while. So the thing, this is passing powers there. The thing about the 6 cylinders, and I don't know why my camera's so crazy here. The thing about the 6 cylinders is that in the 4-cylinder you'll notice turbo lag on the Audi A5, and the S5 Sportback you won't. But in the BMW, you're getting that extra edge of power because you have an inline 6, but at the same time you're not paying a large ransom to get a 6-cylinder like you would in other manufacturers. So the BMW offers like a compromise that Audi can't offer, which is you want something fun, and you want something practical, and you want something that's still sporty. There we go, up to our Congress Avenue. We're just going to make a U-turn here, one of those famous Texas U-turns. Of course, these tires have gel on them, so they're not totally grippy.
Gotta shine them up.
Yeah. When I wash my cars, I do not put any tire shine on them, because you never know when you're going to take that left turn at 50. There we go.
Could be momentarily.
Yep. And you don't want the rear end stepping out like that. Notice the traction control still flipping. Okay. Anyway, this car delivers power in a different way than the Audis. The Audis deliver it all at once, whereas in the BMW it's always there. It's a constant wave of power, and the transmission, you don't even notice that it's shifting gears. You just constantly feel yourself being propelled forward. So there is a huge difference in the way that you're being aggressive with some driving. You can definitely feel that the BMW has it's reaching a little deeper for some power, but at the same time you are getting a better response. Like for instance, when you go around corners. We have Bluetooth, and we have the upgraded Harman Kardon stereo. But the best part is the rear-wheel drive. Because with rear-wheel drive, you have this ability to steer through corners like you could not do in an Audi. Wow, traction control, man. So, BMW of South Austin just opened today. Today is Thursday, May 23rd, 4th, 5th, 25th. I'm living the dream when I don't know what day it is. But it's right here off I-35 on the south side of downtown Austin, about a stone's throw away. I'd walk here if it wasn't so hot. And I think when you get to the dealership, which is right there on that side of the freeway, and you see that they have 600 BMWs in stock, they gotta have something that fits your bill. So if you're considering the Audi A5 Sportback and you can't make up your mind, or you think you need something like an S5, but you don't really want to go to the S5 level, now you can just go across the street to the BMW dealer, which is actually owned by the same company, Hendrick Automotive. And I want to thank Jay for coming along for the ride. Jay, you feeling all right?
Feeling great, man. Wonderful drive.
So be sure to stop on in and say hi to Jay. He's a great guy. He'll be able to show you everything you want to know about BMWs. And he'll even sell you one, right?
You twist my arm and I'll do it.
Okay, well there you go. You can tell him I sent you there. Anyway, I want to thank Jay. I want to thank BMW South Austin. They're opening today. I get to drive around a few cars. And hopefully I'll have some more reviews for you soon. And I'll see you later. You're watching New Car Spin. I'm Brian.